And we are rolling. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely to see you again today. Right, let's go. See how we're doing. I wanted to talk to you today about toolkits. Toolkits for setting up your guitars and string changes and whatnot. My very first toolkit was a very small little pouch, and in there I had string cutters and string winders and a screwdriver and one single 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench for adjusting saddles. That's where I started. And over time, I added more and more tools as the work I was doing got more and more involved. Now I have what I call my regular setup toolkit, which is this guy. This was given to me by Ernie Ball 5 or 6 years ago. My full disclosure here is that I do have a relationship with Ernie Ball. I am the moderator, one of the guitar moderators on the official Ernie Ball Music Band Guitar Forum. And they, once a year or so, send me a little package with strings or something like that as a gift to say thank you for helping to look after their forum. I've been a moderator there since 2012. So this is the toolkit. I've taken some of the original stuff out. I've replaced it with other things. I've added other stuff. Things are falling out of the toolkit. I didn't close the zipper properly. I'm not saying you should buy this toolkit. It was not supplied to me in any way, shape, or form with any expectation of doing a video or a review, and I'm not doing a review. I'm talking about tools today, okay? I like this toolkit, though. There are a bunch of other ones out there. I remember a friend of mine years ago had the Cruise Tools toolkit. That one looked pretty good to me. I know Music Nomad has one that I probably wouldn't hesitate to buy. Last time I looked at it, I liked it too. There are a bunch of other toolkits out there for guitars as well, and you should have a look at them. And they're really quite reasonable, especially if you have 2 or more instruments that you're going to be regularly updating. I think it's a really good investment. And learning how to do your own setups, adjusting the action, truss rod, and all that stuff, it's not difficult. Anyone can learn to do it. The more instruments you have, the more it makes sense, I think, to buy yourself a toolkit. So let's take a look at this toolkit and see what's inside, okay? All right. I'm going to turn the camera down. There we go. Is that going to be okay? I think that'll be fine. All right. There we go. Okay, so the toolkit. What do we have inside? Obviously, we've got instrument polish. There should be a polish cloth in here, but I guess my polish cloth is elsewhere. This came from a Music Nomad kit. I don't recall the rest of the kit being very useful. I don't know what it was at the time. It was a Christmas present somebody gave me, but I like this. I really like this. Brush is really great for just getting rid of dust, and that's good for getting rid of dust under the strings. You know, all that dust that comes from guitar picks across the strings and your fingertips and whatnot. That's good for that one. So I like that. This is, I think it's a D'Addario or Planet Waves neck stand. So that just folds out like that, and the guitar neck sits on the top of it, right? So that's lightweight and useful. Not incredibly sturdy, but as a small portable thing, it's wonderful. I like it. This is not the original string winder that came with this kit. It's a bigger, sturdier one, another Ernie Ball one. I like the rubber top on it because it keeps things nice and secure. And it fits just about every size of tuner button, including basses. So I like that one. Meaty, heavy duty. The standard Ernie Ball toolkit comes with a very large screwdriver, which has 2 sizes of Phillips and 2 sizes of slot heads, and functions also as 2 sizes of socket wrench. But I like this one. This one my dad gave me years ago. Establishment of George S. Snyder Incorporated. This comes from Scranton, Pennsylvania, which was my dad's hometown. Was that up on Wheeler? Snyder's? I think they were, I assume they were a hardware store. Anyway, it's probably got to be 30 or 40 years old, this thing. But I love it, and it's great. And I've got 2 sizes of Phillips on that side, and on this side, I've got 2 sizes of slot heads, and I think that's a 1/4-inch socket wrench. Yeah, I really like this. I've had this personally for over 30 years. So, nice and small, fits easy. Great job, I've done. It has been with me on thousands of gigs, and it's been used on quite a few of them. So thousands. I've done well over 1,000 gigs. This is white lithium grease, which I keep in a small bag so that it doesn't leak grease everywhere. I use lithium grease for lubricating the string slots in the nut, for lubricating the top of the saddles. It's good on open tuners sometimes too. I don't like using liquid oil on guitars because if you use too much of it, it can soak into the wood and soften the wood, and then that can cause problems. So a grease like this is ideal. White lithium grease is, I think, ideal for guitars. This is branded TF2. I think I bought it on Amazon. It came with in fact, it was intended for bicycle bearings and came with a box of ball bearings, which I never needed. Super cheap, and a little small thing like that will do you hundreds and hundreds of string changes, which is very cool. Wonder Wipes fretboard conditioner. It's a wet wipe, but it's imbibed. Oh, there's a good word. Impregnated with various oils, which are great for rosewood and ebony fretboards. I use that a lot. I really like the Wonder Wipes. They're very cool. String cutters, not the original one that came with the Ernie Ball kit, which is a huge, great big string cutters, which is great for doing bass guitar strings as well. I keep that in my other larger toolkit, but for this smaller toolkit, just for guitars, this one does the job fine. Okay, an engineer's rule. Now this is super important, okay? A steel engineer's rule. There's no gap at the end of it. Let me show you here's a nice one from my kids' school. So you see, can you see there? If I do that, maybe you can see. All right, you see the scale starts a few millimeters in from the edge. That makes it very difficult to measure something like that because there's this dead space, right? If I want to measure the distance from there to there or something. But the scale starts right at the very, very beginning, the flat edge. And this edge is milled flat, and as are these too. So this is great for doing precision measurements. This is the one that came with the Ernie Ball toolkit. I have another 2 or 3 precision rulers like this in different toolkits and in the drawer of my desk. I love these things. This is a good one, actually. I like it. And it even comes with the conversion table on the back, which is sometimes useful. There is absolutely zero reason to go to 5 decimal places in millimeters, though. I mean, sweet Jesus. Did nobody learn about significant figures in high school? Come on, man. I don't know who made this for Ernie Ball. It's good quality, actually. It stacks up very nicely against my other ones. It is completely consistent with the other ones, so it's been well made. But yes, I mean, someone says 1/32 of an inch is 0.79375 millimeters. Well, you may be correct, but we really don't need to go any further than 1 or 2 decimal places when we're talking about millimeters, 1/32 of an inch is 0.8 millimeters. That's perfectly acceptable accuracy for us. No reason to go to 5 decimal places. 5 decimal places is tiny fractions of a micron. It's just no point doing that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Good ruler. I like this ruler. Beaucoup. This is a capo or capo, depending on which part of the world you live in. This is one of these Fender ones, these quick release. And it sometimes works. It sometimes works, which is why I've got little arrows written on it. So when I'm pushing down, I have to press on the inside of it. And when I'm releasing it, I have to press on the outside of it. Otherwise, it doesn't work very well. But this is in the toolkit, so I can clip it on the guitar neck on the 1st fret, and then I will hold down the string at the body fret and measure the neck relief. So this frees up a hand. I think if you're measuring neck relief, this is an absolutely vital tool, or any capo is an absolutely vital tool, in addition to these guys, all right? These guys are feeler gauges. These are the things that in the old days people used to measure the gaps in spark plugs in the engines of your cars. These are calibrated blades which have the thickness written on them, right? So this one says 100, so that means 1 millimeter, okay? 80 is 0.8 millimeters, 3 is 0.3 millimeters, 1 is 0.1 millimeters, and then we get down to the stupidly thin, amazing 0.04 millimeters. It's 40 microns. So these are great, and I use these for measuring neck relief. Now, I've already done a great video on adjusting your truss rod and neck relief. Hopefully the link may turn up there. It'll be down in the description. So go watch that video because it's excellent, if I do say so myself. So yes, I love that. That's great. What else do I have in here? Ah, yeah, Velcro. Why do I have Velcro? This is pedalboard Velcro. I just left I'm not sticking it to anything. But sometimes, particularly, for example, when working with the bass guitar or electric guitars, if they have locking tuners, you can get the strings out of the tuning machines and put them aside and do some work on the guitar and string it back up again afterwards without having to go get a whole new set of strings. But keeping the strings together is kind of important, or they get all tangled and twisted and stuff. So what I do would be I would slide that under the strings, you see, so the strings would be running across it this way. And then I just Velcro the strings down onto the other part, and then I can lift the strings off, do what I need on the guitar, put the strings back, tune them up again, and off I go. Very useful then. All right, string action gauge. This is the D'Addario string action gauge. This, again, did not come with this kit. This kit has the precision ruler in place of the action gauge, but I still prefer the action gauge for some things. I prefer the ruler for setting pickup heights and that kind of stuff. For string action, I like a string action gauge. String action gauges should be precision instruments, okay? But they are only as precise as how well ground the edges are. Now, this is the second or third one I've had over the years, and I found that right out of the box, it was good. I have a nice flat glass surface that I can use for checking the flatness of the edge here, and this came out really well. I've bought cheaper ones on Amazon, and frankly, I don't think they're worth the money because the edges weren't true on them, and they wobbled a bit, and the calibrations on the edge don't quite work out to be as accurate as they're supposed to, okay? And it's got other rulers and stuff on the back and other stuff like that. And I keep it, this is the part of the packaging it came in, which I just folded over and turned into a little pouch so I can keep the edges safe, you know? So that's really great. One of the things I particularly love about this Ernie Ball toolkit is it has this wonderful set of Allen wrenches, which I have used nail varnish and Posca pens, I think, to mark which ones are the imperial and which ones are the metric. This goes from 1.5 millimeter up to a 5. So it goes 1.52, 2.53, 3.54, and 5. And in inches, we go from, that's a 1.5 mil there, isn't it? In inches, we go to, can I even read this one? It might be 3/16. I think it goes from 3/16 up, oh no, not 3/16, 3/64, 3/64, and that's 3/16. So that covers most of your Allen wrench needs for just about any guitar that you will ever encounter. This is very cool. What are the things that this Ernie Ball kit doesn't have? If you have Gibson guitars or certain acoustic guitars, you may need a socket wrench. There's no socket wrench included here, although the big Ernie Ball screwdriver that comes with it does have a socket wrench. It's sort of built in. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, over time you will figure out what it is that you need for your own instruments and collect those tools along the way. You know, what are the essentials? The essentials are going to be these three. Okay, you're going to need screwdrivers, you're going to need string cutters, and a string winder. All right, that's your first essentials right there. For a long time, back in the early 2000s when I was gigging, I had, as I said, a smaller pouch, about a third of the size of this one. It was about that size, little zipper pouch, in which I had this, I had that, I had a smaller string winder, I had nail clippers. A number of times I turned up to a gig and go, holy shit, my fingernails are too long. And so nail clippers became a regular part of that. Little Allen wrenches, 1.5 mil and a 2 mil. I used the 1.5 mil for saddle height adjustments if ever I needed it. And if the ball end got stuck in the trem block of my Strat, which seemed to happen all the fucking time. Sorry. I'm so glad I don't play that Strat anymore. Music Man instruments are awesome. Yeah, if this ball end got stuck in the trem block of the Strat, I would use the 2mm Allen wrench to punch it out. And what else did I have in there? I had some Band-Aids in there, little things that you need on stage occasionally, you know. So that was a nice little small toolkit. Over time, we do more and more things and we need more and more tools, right? That's kind of how it goes. Okay. Any questions? You know what to do. Put them in the comments, please. Any questions, any suggestions for other videos, please also put them in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. The usual like, subscribe, because it really makes a difference to the channels. It really, really does. The more people that like a video, the more people will see the video. That's how it works. So if you think this video is useful and helpful, please share it with other people and please like it. Take care of yourselves, everybody. I will talk to you all soon, okay?